I love you, Mooney.
What is going on, everybody? This is Mike Hughes, and you're listening to Mike on the Mic and Everything Chicago Sports Related podcast. We have officially wrapped up the 2023 NFL season. The Chicago Bears season is officially over. We have seen the last of Bears real football until September 2024. I'm not ready for it. I know you guys aren't either. It's not the ending we wanted. The Chicago Bears fall 17-9. To the Green Bay Packers. 17-9. This was the worst game of the year. Truly. There were so many other games though that looked 10 times worse. You know, the offense looked 10 times worse in so many different games. The defense looked 10 times worse in so many other games. I mean, to be completely honest, the first time we played Green Bay was worse than how we played today. But that was the worst part. That was the part that stung the most. We made so much stride, so much progression, so much hype and anticipation going into this week. And there was so much on the line. Whether Matt Eberflus believes that or not, there was so much on the fucking line. And that's the part that I can't get over. That's the part that I refuse to get over. I mean, bro. And I say, bro, I'm trying to have a professional professional podcast right now, and I'm saying, bro, like, I'm tight. I'm trying to watch my language. I'm trying to be professional because I know there's certain people out here that are gonna stop listening because of the way I'm going to speak. But to push you to that point, to get you to that point of being that upset over what we saw occur, there's no words. There's no words to even begin to where we're at right now as a team, as an organization. Tomorrow morning is Christmas. I'm excited. I can't wait for the press conference tomorrow morning. I hope everyone gets fired. I hope Getsy's gone. I hope Eberflus is gone. Hell, I hope the special teams guys, I hope everybody and their mama is gone. But they won't. They won't be. They won't be at all. In the next 3 to 4 months, we're going to just drag Justin Fields' name down the mud instead of saying that he's QB1, building his confidence as we should. Oh, yeah. No. We can't say Justin's QB1. No, that doesn't make sense. No, we're building the draft stock for the number 1 overall pick. Shut up. Shut up. It literally does nothing. It literally does not. If that's QB1, that's QB1. The number 1 overall pick is still the number 1 overall pick. They know we're trading it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they know no matter what, that pick has value. No matter what. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? The only way that pick gets more value is if Justin Fields is traded before. If Justin Fields is traded tomorrow, that number 1 overall pick just skyrockets in price because there's an actual chance that the Bears might draft Caleb Williams. But until that happens, it doesn't matter. There's a Caleb in the chat right now. That's crazy. Shout out Caleb. What hurts my soul, and I just made a video about it. If you haven't checked it out already, it's on TikTok and it's on Instagram at theshy.kid. Hit that follow button if you haven't already. But I blew a gasket. I literally almost had an aneurysm while making that video because I got so bought into it. You're going to sit here and tell me that Justin didn't work. That he's not QB1, that he's not the guy. Like, here's the fucked up part. Part of my language. I'm sorry. It doesn't. I don't care. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But this is where I'm at. 3 years into this, 24 years into being a diehard Bears fan. My dad, God rest his soul, The man bled orange and blue. He raised me to bleed orange and blue. He won me over with stories. You know what I mean? Like, he told me all the right things. The 85 Bears, the Doug Atkins, the Dick Buckuses of the world, the Walter Paytons, the Gale Sears, Brian Piccolos. I mean, we could do this all day. I mean, there's no way around it. And I was bought in. I was engulfed in this since the jump. The Brian Urlacher, Devin Hester days. The Josh McCown throwing 5 touchdowns against the Green Bay Packers in, 2012, 2011, something like that? Those were the days. But I have yet to see the vision that he is talking about. I have yet to see that team that truly cares about winning. I have never in my life thought about leaving the Chicago Bears. Ever. But I'll tell you one thing. And people might leave this live. People might not like me. People might say I'm an idiot or I'm overreacting. I truly stand on this. And I'm not one of those cats. I'm not a fair weather fan, bro. I'm here in the mud. I'm at a game in a 3-13 season in the middle of December, freezing my ass off in the 300, 400 levels, in that stupid ass section bowl in the middle of the sky, just posted up watching Bears football. Why? Because I love this fucking team. But I tell you what, if they move on from Justin Fields, I have questions about where I want to go as a fan. I'm a fan. They don't care if I'm here or I'm not. At the end of the day, no one cares. If Mike Hughes decides I don't want to be a fan of the Chicago Bears tomorrow, the Chicago Bears are still $1 billion organization. The Chicago Bears are going to continue to get profits. Someone's born tomorrow that'll be a Bears fan, unfortunately. I'm at a place right now where I'm willing to walk into an NFL courtroom and go crazy for Justin Fields. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to defend that man's name. You're not going to sit up here today and sell me on the idea of Caleb Williams. When guys like CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Lamar Jackson, who, by the way, is going to win his second MVP this year. In his whole career, he's going to win 2 MVPs being a mobile quarterback, which could never be done, and potentially even go to the Super Bowl. And we're going to sit up here, Josh Allen's of the world, we can do it all day. The Jalen Hurts of the world, who was just in the Super Bowl last year. We're going to sit up here and say that we can't win with a guy like Justin Fields. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This man broke single-season records. This man broke NFL records. Michael Vick's records. Lamar Jackson's records. Broke them. And you're going to sit up here today and tell me that after Luke Getsy ran the ball 6 times in a row and looked over at the sideline of Matt Eberflus and Justin Fields and went, I don't know. The fuck is wrong with you? You're going to tell me that's on Justin Fields? You're going to sit up here today and look me dead in my shit and tell me Justin's not the guy because I don't think he's talented enough. I've seen him be talented enough. I've seen him make throws that no quarterback makes. I've seen him run and escape and elude pass rushers that nobody else can escape. I mean, it's just facts. Does he mess up? Does he make bad decisions? Is he passive sometimes? Afraid to throw the ball? 100%. 100%. But when Darnell, Mooney, Velus Jones, and Tyler Scott couldn't catch a fucking cold, hit water if they fell out of a boat, I would be too. I would be too. You got Cole Kmet, DJ Moore. After that, good luck. Better start running. like what? Like, brother, listen. My brother in Christ. My brother in Allah, my brother in Buddha, my brother in whatever the fuck you believe. I look at this and I say, how are we going to move on from another quarterback? I can't do another rookie contract, bro. I don't have it in me. We want Fields. And also, I see the comment section. I got 121 people in here, and I don't want to hear anything other than bear emojis, because I just saw somebody spam cheese emojis. I got Packers fans in my live right now. If y'all don't spam bear emojis, y'all ain't with it. I need y'all right now, because that ain't happening, bro. That not in my live, bro. I need all the bear emojis in the world, because fuck you talking about. That ain't not in my live, bro. That's not happening. You ain't going, nah, hell no. Hell no. I got way too many Packer fans in this live, bro. Um, but yeah, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm always gonna have love for this team. Grew up on it. Grew up in this city. Born and raised. You could catch me in any neighborhood here. I understand what it means to be a Chicagoan. But what we're seeing right now from the media, from the Bears players and teammates and fans, they want this kid. They want Justin Fields in a Chicago Bears uniform. So how are you going to sit up here and tell that locker room that they aren't going to have their QB1 next year? Instead, here's what you're going to have. A 12-year-old boy who's demanding ownership, who couldn't even win a Pac-12 championship, who cried and said he wanted to go pet his dog on live television. You want Caleb Williams, Ryan Poles, Kevin Warner, everybody else, McCaskey family? You can have them. But you're going to lose a lot of Bears fans in the process. That's the reality. Because, man, at the end of the day, it's looking crazy. It's looking wicked in here. I got so much cheese in my comments right now. And I deservingly so. Deservingly so. I'm not type. I'm going to stand on business. Y'all won that game. I ain't going to lie. But we're not going to sit up here like Dallas ain't going to bust y'all next week. We ain't going to stand like we ain't going to be watching the Super Bowl together. That's real talk. But, man, listen. Shout out to my uncle. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to all Bears fans who were around in the 1980s to watch that miraculous team do what they did. One of the greatest teams, if not the greatest team of all time, is the 1985 Chicago Bears. But you got to stop selling me on it. You got to stop. The McCaskey family wants smash mouth football. They want you running down. Go crazy. A gap. B gap. Let's do it. They want the monsters of the Midway. They want defensive-minded head coaches. They want a running back who's the second coming of Walter Payton. Listen, I get it. But it's 2024. It is 2024. We run through offense. That's real. You're in a position right now to where you're going to potentially keep Matt Eberflus, and then you're going to say, okay, now all we got to do is find a proven, legitimate offensive coordinator. And like I mentioned earlier, you're not going to find those two words together. There is no proven, legitimate offensive coordinator available that is going to be taking specifically an offensive coordinating job. Guys like that, the Eric Bieniemys, the Ben Johnsons, the Jim Harbaughs even of the world, if he wins Monday night, he's not coming to Chicago or Los Angeles to be an offensive coordinator. So if you keep Matt Eberflus, we're going to do what we have consistently done over the last 15 plus years, which is bring in first-time NFL offensive coordinators like Luke Getsy. Oh, but he was Aaron Rodgers' quarterback coach, so he's valid. No, he held his fucking jockstrap with Nathaniel Hackett. That's what he did. Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers did the rest. Don't sell me. And Packers fans, listen. I got all these comments from Packers fans in here. I would love your opinion. If you're here, I'd love your opinion. Because I don't think there was a single Packer fan who ever praised Luke Getsy for being a good quarterbacks coach. I promise you they couldn't. I promise you. Not a single one. You're going to tell me that he was the quarterback coach? Oh, yeah. He's why Jordan Love is so good right now, right? No. And in the words of Cat Williams, no, stop it. But, bro, like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Like, it really does come down to it at the end of the day. If you want change, you have to be the change. You cannot sit up here and do the same things and expect a different product. You cannot wake up every day at 12 in the afternoon and expect to lose weight. You cannot make one video a week and expect your podcast to blow up. You can't shoot around at the gym one time a week and expect to be the next fucking coming of Steph Curry. It just doesn't work like that. You have to put in work. Ryan Poles has put in work. Montez Sweat, Jaylon Johnson, all these other pieces, DJ Moore. Hey, that's great. Draft capital up the ass. Free agency money, over $100 million last year. Oh, my goodness. You'd love to see it. But if you don't finish, nothing's going to happen. Excuse me. Nothing's going to happen. Not a damn thing. You need to position yourself to a place to win. We got rid of Matt Nagy for being average, for winning 8 games a year. This year we won 7. Last year we won 3. This man was winning 8 games, 9 games a year, and we win 10 in a span of 2 years. That's horrible. That is horrible. 24 games. You won 10. I think my math is right on that. Whatever. I don't care if it's not. But yeah, man. No, hell no. No, it's not. 34. Sorry. Sorry. CPS education, Chicago Public School education. I truly do apologize. They failed me. I'm not failing you. But that's what it is at the end of the day. We got a lot of conversations to talk about tonight. I've spent 16 minutes talking about Justin Fields, and I'm not done. I'm done tonight, of course. Maybe. But we're going to be talking about this for the next 3 months now because that's how the Chicago Bears football operates. They don't have the balls to go out there and say Justin Fields is QB1. They don't have the balls to say that that's our guy and we hired the wrong motherfuckers. Own it. Like, whether that was your decision to hire Flus or not, I don't care. You know, we knew there were 3 finalists already before you were even hired, which is when I knew that was going to be a bridge gap guy anyways. But to tell me that wasn't a bridge gap guy and that's now the guy because of 5 games. Here's the thing. Here's what's crazy, right? Break this down for me. Bears fans, Packer fans, who's ever in here, I just need y'all to break it down. So the last 5 games, Justin Fields has had success. Last 5, 7 games, right? You would say so. I would say so. So you're going to sit up here and tell me that the last 5 games didn't prove that Justin Fields is QB1, but the last 5 games proved that Matt Eberflus is the future head coach, even though that he didn't have a division win in the first year and a half of being the head coach of this team, that he didn't win a game in over a calendar year. In over 365 days, that man won 0. Nada. Not a damn thing. Man couldn't find a quarter laying on the floor. I mean, dude, you're going to tell me after 5 wins he's the head coach of this organization? I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. But regardless, man, the Bears lose this game. I don't even know how I said win this because I'm just tired. Justin Fields goes 11 for 16, 148 passing yards. Khalil Herbert, 12 carries for 28 yards. DJ Moore, 4 receptions for 64 yards. You're going to tell me in your final game where Khalil Herbert is clearing over 120 yards a game in the last 3-4 games, Justin Fields is out here balling, rushing over 100, throwing over 200, throwing touchdowns left and right, that you rushed your RB1 for a total of 28 yards, I believe, as a team. I mean, hell, I don't even want to get into an overall rushing. Overall rushing, the team had less than 100 yards. So you threw 148, you rushed less than 100. There was no game plan. You just showed up, collect that final check, and you're going to get fired tomorrow. Congratulations, you played yourself. You could have went out there if you're Luke Getsy and said, listen, bro, talking to Justin Fields, right? I'm going to be fired tomorrow. So let's go out there today and save your job. Real shit. Kyle Brandt, amazing speech. But you were talking to Justin Fields when you shouldn't have. Justin Fields didn't need your pep talk. Luke Getsy needed your pep talk. That's the truth. That's the most unmotivated man I've ever seen in professional sports. Maybe since Mark Chessman. That was absolutely awful. Green Bay Packers fan said, GG's, man, it has to be tough. And congratulations, bro, for real. Truly. Congratulations to the Green Bay Packers. Listen, as much as people are going to hate me for it, I have to give them credit. First year with Jordan Love, guy throws over 4,000 yards and they make the playoffs. They lose Aaron Rodgers, they lose Devontae Adams. Don't miss a beat. Don't miss a beat. We're out here. Nothing. Making trades, draft picks, number 1 picks. Fuck it. No, back-to-back number 1 picks. Nothing. Like that, you have to understand what organizations are ran correctly and which ones aren't. This isn't a shot at Ryan Poles. This isn't a shot at Warren. This isn't a shot at any of the guys at the top. These are the guys who actually own the team who make the wrong decisions. Truth. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you're 3 finalists to being the Bears head coach. DeMarco Ryan was available. Brian Dable was available. Eric Bieniemy was available. And you came down to Jim Caldwell and Matt Eberflus. And the one, I forgot, what's dude's name from the Cowboys? Also was at ATL. Fuck, I don't even care. But what? That was the finalists? Those are the guys? Jesus Christ. I'm not asking you to be the Los Angeles Dodgers of football, but fuck. Be competent. You know, like, what are we talking about? It's crazy, man. But tomorrow morning, we're likely going to be getting a press conference from Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears organization, George McCaskey and company, wondering what's going to happen. But it's going to be interesting. You know, you're either going to hear the firing of Luke Getsy and Matt Eberflus, or you're going to hear that Matt Eberflus will remain the head coach of the Chicago Bears, and likely, I would pray to God that even if Flus is here, Getsy is gone. That's my only hope right now, bro. If it's not, oh man, it's gonna be a problem. But let's move on. Let's have another conversation. Let's keep talking Bears football. The future of Matt Eberflus to me is everything. You know, the defense did look a lot better, but you were also playing teams like the Arizona Cardinals, the Atlanta Falcons, who just fired their head coach in Arthur Smith, which, by the way, with Arthur Smith being fired, that whole team just looks 10 times better. Drake London, Desmond Ridder, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts. I mean, they got some dogs over there, so be on the lookout for ATL if they get a legitimate head coach and coordinator, because that's going to be interesting. That is that. I mean, hey, I don't want Fields gone, but if I did get Justin Fields an opportunity somewhere else, Atlanta in his hometown, and it's not a hot take. I've been saying it for years, though. You know, if they don't get a quarterback, Justin Fields, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London. Oh my God! Hey, listen, don't say stop it. I need Justin Fields here. I need Justin Fields in a Bears uniform. But if I looked at another team and said Justin Fields could potentially go there, I look at a team like Atlanta who's going to have a new head coach and say, "Hey, oh, that'd be cracked out of their mind." I mean, dude, that'd be absolutely sick. But I want him here. Cole Kmet, DJ Moore sounds a lot better. Does it though? But yeah, I don't know. But but it sounds good. It sounds good, man. And for Flus and Getsy, I couldn't tell you. You know, I wanted to put this topic in the list of things we talk about tonight, but I honestly couldn't tell you if they're going to be here or not. I don't trust this organization enough as far as I can throw them to tell you if they're going to be here. But tomorrow morning we'll tell it all. Make sure you guys hit that follow button if you haven't already, because we will be going live as soon as the press conference begins tomorrow. We're going to be doing a live reaction. It's going to be interesting. I don't know. I don't know what mental state I'll be in by the end of it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. As it pertains to the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears officially have the number 1 overall pick again in back-to-back years, and the number 9 overall pick. So 2 top 10 picks, 2 picks within the top 10. Love that. I mean, that's great for us. I'm not upset about it whatsoever, but it all matters on how we handle these picks. I've said it from the beginning. Marvin Harrison Jr. needs to come out of this draft class in a Chicago Bears uniform. There's no way around it. There's nothing you can tell me. I don't care about Rome. I don't care about any of the LSU guys. I know they're great wide receivers. They're going to be great wide receivers. There's nobody like Marvin. There's nobody like MHJ. Sorry, pardon me. There's nobody like him. Not at all. Not a damn person in this world, in this draft. What happens tomorrow is there's likely going to be a press conference from the Chicago Bears organization, um, either firing somebody or explaining who's getting hired or who's going to remain the head coach. We're probably going to talk about Flus, Getsy, the season as a whole, stuff like that. But I mean, bro, listen, you can talk about Joe Alt, you could talk about all the other guys, the pass rushers available in this draft, but it all starts with the offense. It all starts. The Neil Hunter is in free agency. There's other pass rushers you can pair up with Montez Sweat. You could even keep Yannick Ngakoue, to be honest. I'd like a better opportunity, but a younger option. But I wouldn't be mad at it. I just don't know. I don't know where I'm at right now. I think we're all sitting here right now and saying, I don't know. I can't. I don't know what this man's thinking. I never know what this man's thinking. That's the sad part. But we got our final topic of the night. We're obviously going live tomorrow morning, like I said. Follow the channel if you haven't already. Jaylon Johnson and Darnell Mooney. Did they play their final games in a Chicago Bears uniform? I don't think so. Darnell Mooney, yes. Darnell Mooney, unfortunately, played his final game in a Chicago Bears uniform, in my personal opinion. And he obviously missed this game out with a concussion. Wouldn't it change the result? Apparently, because we were only throwing the ball 16 fucking times. But, you know, what I want to talk about isn't the drops, the injuries, the derailment of his career so far. I want to talk about what he was for the Chicago Bears organization. A man who stepped up in spite of Allen Robinson giving up on this team. A man who, when Matt Nagy said Justin Fields can't practice with the first stringers or even the second stringers in his rookie season, in preseason OTAs, rookie camp, etc., Darnell Mooney stayed after practice every day with Justin Fields and worked on it, worked on everything. He gave that man an opportunity. He gave that man a shot. Every offseason, I see Darnell Mooney putting in that work. The only time I didn't was this past offseason because he was recovering from an injury, and he still was putting in work. To be honest, I hope Darnell Mooney leaves, goes to a team like the Kansas City Chiefs, and rejuvenates his career. I truly do, because he deserves it. I mean, the guy's still got a hell of a lot of talent. I think he just needs the right opportunity, the right health, the luck of being healthy, pardon me. And I think he can be one of those wide receiver 2s again, wide receiver 1B. But yeah, man, as it pertains to Jaylon Johnson, today's game was everything. Today's game I mean, we've seen games this year where it's like you need Jaylon Johnson. Man's a Pro Bowler. But after today, you saw with your own eyes what this team looks like without Jaylon Johnson. Tyreek Stevenson's a monster. Don't get it twisted. Defensive Player of the Year candidate for sure. Kyler Gordon, moving into the slot, saved his career. Just like in the Pac-12, he's a spitting image of what he was in college again. And I love that. Because that's a great thing if you ever watched Kyle Gordon in college. Kyler. But without Jaylon Johnson, this secondary isn't great. Eddie Jackson couldn't tackle a fucking chair. That's a fact. And he is going to be cut. He has played his final game in a Chicago Bears uniform. He talks about, this is my home. This is what I know. I love Bears football. I want to be a part of the next. No, you don't. Bro, 2017, 2018, you were a monster. You were one of my favorite players in the league. You got paid, and that was it. Mans couldn't make a tackle the rest of his career. I'm over it. Pair Brisk up with a guy in the draft, fourth to seventh round. I don't care. Get a safety. I'm over it. Eddie Jackson, I'm sorry. I can't continue to do that. Like, I can't continue to. Listen, this ain't Bojack anymore. It's not. You know what I mean? This isn't the guy getting pick sixes left and right. This ain't 2018. Ever since Chuck Pagano took over as DC, you got complacent. Then Matt Eberflus comes in. That's another guy who you're allowed to get complacent with because Matt don't have a spine, to be honest. So, yeah, it is what it is. I believe we've seen the final games out of guys like Darnell Mooney and Eddie Jackson. There's still a case out on what's going to happen with Jaylon Johnson, whether that is a franchise tag or an extension. I don't want a franchise tag. That's so disrespectful. Pay that man. Period. If you're gonna get a rookie quarterback anyway, You better fucking pay Jaylon Johnson. I better not hear this sentence get uttered. The Chicago Bears have drafted Caleb Williams, and Jaylon Johnson is on the franchise tag. I promise you, if that shit is uttered, I'm rioting. You better start, like Rose said on the Pat Bev pod, you better start greasing up the lampposts. Because, man, I'm going crazy. But I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. If you guys are new here, hit that follow button, please. It definitely does help me out a lot. I'm going to check you guys out a little later. We're going to be going live tomorrow morning talking everything Chicago Bears. Until then, be beautiful, be lovely. Bear down, baby.